Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael.
Basketball was revolutionized by Michael Jordan, and now Caitlin Clark is causing a stir among WNBA veterans with her historic Wilson contract. Thousands of her signature basketballs sold out in just 40 minutes, demonstrating her enormous popularity. In addition to tripling attendance numbers as a rookie, Clark is shattering an astounding 62 records. On the court, some seasoned players appear to be jealous of her. Commentators support the comparison to Jordan, acknowledging her enormous impact on women's basketball and the sports world at large. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 90% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome back to WNBACORE. Now back to the video.
Wasn't like no one ever said there weren't ever great players before Caitlin Clark. There was never phenomena, not in my lifetime, with women's basketball. And I went to UConn, so I've seen plenty of great players, but nobody's ever moved the needle in my lifetime.
In fact, fans used to camp out for days when Michael Jordan unveiled a new product. In women's basketball, Caitlin Clark has now accomplished something that has never been done before. She has attained a comparable degree of market-shifting power. Since no female athlete since Jordan has released a personal signature basketball collection, her collaboration with Wilson is a historic occasion. This is a startling discovery. Veterans of the WNBA are feeling conflicted about this incredible journey. One skeptical analyst who questioned Clark's abilities during her transition from college, like Sheryl Swoopes, is now compelled to acknowledge Clark's remarkable commercial influence. As Clark's name becomes more popular in marketing conversations alongside Jordan's, upsetting the established hierarchy in women's basketball, the environment remains tense.
Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball.
When the signature basketballs were released, Wilson significantly underestimated demand, demonstrating the deal's extraordinary significance. In just 40 minutes, thousands of basketballs sold out, surpassing the speed of major tech releases like the PS5. This purchasing frenzy, which extends far beyond the typical basketball audience and creates financial waves in women's sports marketing, demonstrates Clark's cultural significance. The enthusiasm is similar to what was seen in Jordan's era, inspiring supporters who enthusiastically open their wallets at previously unheard-of rates. Clark has transformed the financial landscape of women's basketball. The commercial reaction demonstrates that Clark has achieved widespread mainstream appeal, something that many veterans have tried for years without achieving at this scale.
The first ever female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, but just a heads up though, the entire collection on the Wilson website is sold.
With each basketball symbolizing a distinct idea, the collection itself tells an engrossing tale about Clark's distinct style of play. Her exceptional shooting range is highlighted by the threes-up ball, which forces opponents to guard her from half-court. In the meantime, the record-breaker design displays her statistical superiority. Every carefully considered design component connects to unique aspects of Clark's game that are revolutionizing women's basketball, creating a product line that feels authentic rather than merely driven by marketing. Clark's intangible influence is embodied in the crowd maestro ball, reflecting her capacity to turn any arena into a lively, packed gathering. The crowd's excitement grows and the mood drastically changes as she takes the court. Once uninterested viewers now participate in every play. It is this magnetic magnetism that sets transcendent athletes apart from just outstanding athletes.
The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6.
The contradiction inside the league is highlighted by this remarkable market response, as veterans have spent years developing mass appeal yet have not seen comparable economic success. On the other hand, right at the start of her professional journey, Clark has swiftly accomplished what many others could not over an entire career. It signifies Clark's transition from athlete to cultural icon when basketballs sell out more quickly than the newest technological advancements.
This round in basketball, geometric patterns form the number 22 in triangles whose 3 sides nod to threes that fuel her scoring, and then the black and yellow is a nod to the colorway. Clark
is more than just another talented rookie, as the Wilson deal clearly demonstrates. In women's basketball, she is a revolutionary force. Even early in her debut season, her commercial effect is demonstrated by measurable sales figures that place her alongside the greatest icons in the sport. Perceptions of what is possible for female basketball players in the marketplace are drastically changing because of this shift.
Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing is, I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
How the league will adapt to this new reality is now the key question. While some seasoned players might find Clark's quick ascent to marketing prominence intimidating, forward-thinking players see a great opportunity. By garnering a lot of attention for the WNBA and drawing sponsorship money that can help all players across the commercial landscape of women's basketball, Clark is elevating the league's overall profile. Her outstanding accomplishments open doors for others and have the potential to change how female athletes are regarded in the industry. When you take stock of the fact that outside of aging superstars like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry, there's barely an NBA player more popular in headlines today than Caitlin Clark, you realize the magnitude of her impact. Clark made a marketing decision that originally perplexed industry analysts, but ultimately demonstrated her business acumen as she continues to raise the whole WNBA. Putting trademark basketballs right next to grocery essentials is a brilliant approach to connect with Middle America. This innovative approach is changing the way female athletes foster cultural influence. The neighborhood grocery shop usually doesn't come to mind when we think about collaborations for celebrity sports figures. Instead, luxury companies, high-end sportswear, or energy drinks dominate those deals. Nevertheless, Caitlin Clark made the decision to establish herself in the aisles of upscale supermarkets across the Midwest, like Hy-Vee. This tactical creativity explains why Clark is performing at a level that is entirely unmatched by anyone else in women's sports marketing. She was ranked among the top most marketable athletes in the world, not just among female athletes and not just in the United States but globally. Imagine parents pushing their carts through busy aisles while fluorescent lights buzz over the usual beeping of checkout scanners. Then Caitlin Clark's iconic basketball is prominently displayed right between the dairy section and household necessities. This isn't a haphazard arrangement. It symbolizes returning home. Clark chose the everyday environment where Midwestern families spend their weekends, whereas elite sports stars frequently choose exclusive boutiques and department stores. The typical consumer visits the grocery store more than once a week. You simply cannot get that level of repeated interaction with a billboard or a digital ad that people might scroll past. Customers are reminded of Caitlin Clark each time they walk down that aisle. It's interesting to note that several WNBA veterans still have trouble understanding this strategy. They have been so preoccupied with being recognized purely as serious athletes that they overlooked what Clark understood from the start. Connecting with regular people in the places they visit every day is essential to becoming a cultural icon. Her products end up right in everyday shopping carts thanks to these partnerships. It conveys a clear message: I am one of you. Clark establishes herself as the local hero who is permanently changing the game of basketball. Social media campaigns and grocery brand channels have highlighted this partnership with Wilson and Caitlin Clark, featuring bright displays and smiling fans. Observe the reaction when Caitlin Clark takes the court. There is no denying the numbers. Viewership averages soar past 1.1 million viewers when she plays, tripling the typical league average. Women's basketball is gaining a whole new audience because of Clark. Even casual sports fans who never watched a WNBA game are now asking when the Indiana Fever play next. The figures show how remarkable this momentum really is. Much like Michael Jordan in his early years, Caitlin Clark is one of the rare rookies in history to put up staggering baseline stats. Averaging over 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals per game. From day one, she has been performing alongside historic benchmarks. This is not only about selling basketballs. What Jordan did for men's basketball, Clark is doing for women's basketball. She is going beyond the actual sport itself. That distinction is essential to her long-term influence as a basketball player and cultural phenomenon. Many commentators believe Caitlin Clark is becoming the overarching face of basketball as veteran NBA stars like LeBron James and Steph Curry enter the final chapters of their careers. What's really amazing is how she maintains her authenticity throughout her collaboration with a Midwest grocery chain, which aligns perfectly with her heritage and personal brand. The outcomes speak for themselves, and she is completely embracing her identity. Brand valuation experts noted her marketability surpasses massive international icons, even comparing her endorsement power alongside global sports stars like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, with millions generating from major long-term sponsorships. However, this commercial gap is now the center of a rivalry that could overshadow the actual game. Veteran players have responded to this financial and attention gap on the court by playing aggressively and perhaps sending a message rather than just trying to win the match. Have you observed how some veterans guard Clark with extra intensity? It's not just in your head. Intense double teams and physical contact are not just tactical but feel personal. A rookie now commands the attention and praise that players who have spent years building the league's foundation worked so hard to achieve. Can you really blame them? Imagine working hard for a decade to build a league, only to have a newcomer immediately become the face of everything you fought for. During games, the tension is evident. Fans aren't the only ones taking notice. Even basketball legend Charles Barkley spoke out openly, criticizing how the league and its players handled the Caitlin Clark situation, arguing that the surrounding drama was handled poorly. Barkley's comments addressed a deeper issue. The WNBA was simply unprepared for a player who could drastically alter the financial landscape of women's basketball overnight. Instead of letting skills alone dictate the narrative, jealousy and locker room drama dominated media headlines. The fact that Clark isn't arguing back with seasoned players or requesting special treatment adds to the intrigue of the situation. Rather, she's using her platform to elevate conditions for all parties. She has already been instrumental in pushing forward major quality-of-life upgrades, such as full-time charter flights for all teams and major new media rights distribution deals worth hundreds of millions that bring women's basketball into primetime broadcasts. These developments help far more than simply Clark. They have a beneficial effect on every player in the league, including the veterans who initially questioned her. And the quality fans love most about her is that she focuses on her game and rarely engages in back-and-forth media wars. The circumstances surrounding Clark have become a mirror reflecting the structural challenges facing the WNBA. Outdated marketing techniques, limited mainstream reach, and a compensation structure that historically failed to match player impact. It's obvious that the dynamic is shifting when a rookie's off-court earning power vastly outpaces standard contract limits. The league's traditional pay structure was never designed for a player who could triple arena attendance just by stepping onto the floor or sell out thousands of signature items in minutes. Jordan didn't just offer casual remarks. He fully supported Clark, emphasizing that the basketball community should acknowledge her transformational contributions to women's sports. Think about how significant this validation is coming from the figure who revolutionized athlete marketing. This is more than just another viewpoint in an ongoing debate. In basketball culture, it represents one of the most authoritative voices. Realizing that Clark's impact goes well beyond what is usual for a rookie, Jordan's endorsement validates the shift that has been unfolding, marking a significant milestone in this narrative. Clark is a game changer. In addition to being a star, the league has already had to adapt faster than expected due to her arrival. The crucial question at hand is not whether Clark merits this spotlight, but rather whether the WNBA will fully capitalize on the momentum she represents or stick with older commercial frameworks. As sports commentators like Stephen A. Smith have pointed out, her basketball skills, market appeal, and ambassadorship speak for themselves. After 2 decades of discussions surrounding team charter travel, her arrival accelerated those changes in record time. Every action she takes will be closely watched, garnering immense attention, but few athletes are as prepared as she is for this crucial moment. In this changing environment where the sport is experiencing a significant metamorphosis, her tenacity and talent are evident. One thing is clear as she navigates these challenging obstacles: Clark is prepared to take on the challenge. This is not merely a passing phase. The sport's standards and expectations will be redefined as a result of this shift. Caitlin Clark is positioned to leave a lasting impression, paving the way for upcoming athletes and taking the sport to previously unheard-of levels thanks to her extraordinary talent and unwavering drive. Caitlin Clark is spearheading this thrilling new chapter, and the future is bright. Please leave a CC in the comment section below if you're a fan of Caitlin Clark. Please subscribe to WNBACORE and leave a like if you enjoyed this video.